Have you ever wondered if you can still eat meat and lower your creatinine levels? What if I told you there's a shocking truth about the protein that can actually heal your kidneys? According to the National Kidney Foundation, managing protein intake is crucial for kidney health, especially for those with chronic kidney disease. But what does this mean for you? In this video, we'll explore the specific proteins that can help improve your kidney function and why many people get this wrong. Imagine being able to enjoy your favorite meals without worrying about your kidney health. By understanding the right type and amount of protein to consume, you can avoid dialysis and protect your kidneys effectively. This video will show you the exact steps to achieve this. I will also show you what is the #1 most dangerous mistake CKD patients make with protein, so don't miss that part. Let's answer the question that everyone's asking: how much protein do you need to eat exactly in order to improve your kidney function? Well, this is a very specific question, but the answer is a simple one. If your goal is to improve your kidney function, you need a lot less protein than you think. While you don't need to limit protein intake up to stage 2 CKD, people with kidney disease stage 3 or higher will want to consume a very small amount of protein, as low as 0.55 g of protein per kilogram of ideal body weight. To understand what this might look like in real life, consider that a diet this low in protein would drastically change your typical meals. But how exactly does protein damage the kidneys? Consider that a diet this low in protein means you can't enjoy the pasta, bread, and pizza most people eat every day. It's not because these foods are unhealthy, it's because they contain too much protein for the kidneys of most CKD patients. Protein isn't just in meat, fish, dairy, eggs, and legumes. Even grains and many plant-based foods have protein. While this might sound alarming at first, it's actually reassuring. It means you don't have to worry about getting enough protein, it's almost impossible not to. However, consuming too much protein and harming your kidneys is very easy. So, how does protein damage the kidneys? The kidneys are responsible for removing the byproducts of protein metabolism. As you likely know, protein is essential, the body needs it for repair. But most people consume far too much. Meat, poultry, eggs, and dairy products all need to be broken down into amino acids for the body to use. This process creates a lot of metabolic waste, primarily urea. This can lead to glomerular hyperfiltration, where the kidneys have to filter blood at an increased rate. Additionally, animal protein metabolism produces a lot of acid, which the kidneys also have to manage, increasing their workload. Animal-based proteins are linked to a higher risk of kidney stones due to their high phosphorus content. They deplete calcium in the body, including from bones, leading to kidney stones. Your body needs protein for repair, specifically the amino acids in protein. So, why can't we just take amino acids instead of eating protein? Well, the thing is, you actually can. This approach has been used not only in experimental science but also in treating regular CKD patients. There's substantial scientific evidence supporting a diet that's low in protein and supplemented with special amino acids. A recent study on this topic revealed some incredible findings. Researchers compared a regular low-protein diet with one that included special amino acids. The study, which involved a large number of participants, showed remarkable results. Here's what they found. In the study, 2 lines were tracked, a black line for CKD patients taking the special amino acids and a gray line for those who were not. When the line goes down, it indicates that more patients have lost over 5 points of GFR or had to start dialysis. The study clearly demonstrates that these special amino acids can significantly delay dialysis and protect your kidneys, but only when combined with a low-protein diet. It's important to note that there are several brands offering these special amino acids for kidney disease patients. However, these aren't products you can just buy on Amazon or at supplement stores. You'll need a prescription to get them. Whenever I discuss this topic in my videos, I always get the same comment: you say red meat is bad, but another video I watched claims that red meat is a panacea for everything. Who is right? And most importantly, can you eat red meat and still improve your kidney health? These days, many influencers and snake oil salesmen are pushing the carnivore diet as a cure-all. A quick look at Google Trends shows a huge spike in searches for carnivore in the past few months. It's the latest fad diet, and everyone online has switched from promoting keto to carnivore. Why? Because keto was becoming stale. People realized they couldn't stick to it long term. It was detrimental to their overall health. As soon as they reverted to their usual eating habits, they regained all the lost weight and then some. How is this possible? How could keto be so bad? It can't be all the meat, butter, bacon, and fat, right? But this shift came with a problem for these influencers. Everyone knows that excessive protein intake, especially from red meat, is bad for the kidneys. So, they did what you'd expect from a snake oil salesman. They lied, claiming, you can eat as much animal protein as you want, and you'll never harm your kidney function. If you don't believe what every single doctor and researcher in nephrology says about protein, let me know in the comments. I've seen various YouTube videos and comments about people claiming to have reversed kidney disease by eating only red meat. Yet, not once in human history has this incredible feat been achieved in a controlled setting. There isn't a single study showing someone with CKD improving their kidney function by eating meat. But hey, if you disagree, let me know why in the comments, and maybe I can address it in my next videos. Why do people keep saying that protein doesn't damage the kidneys? Today, I want to address some questions about protein that you guys have asked in the comment section. Kimberly says, protein does not harm the kidneys. How dare he? Or is he right? So, who's right? The entire scientific community or Kimberly, an influencer who spends most of his time selling red meat and table salt on YouTube? Yes, he actually sells table salt. Check this out, it's unbelievable. He insists that protein is good for his kidneys, but is he right? Here's the truth, protein does not harm the kidneys in healthy people. Even excess protein intake isn't conclusively linked to kidney damage in those with healthy kidneys. The evidence is very mixed. However, this only applies to people without kidney disease. As soon as the kidneys lose enough filtering ability, as in chronic kidney disease, CKD, protein intake can indeed damage your kidneys. Think of your kidney like a muscle. If the muscles in your leg are in good shape, you can run, jump, and sprint without any problems. But if one of your tendons is strained, even a small misstep can worsen the injury. You won't be able to recover without enough rest. The same goes for your kidneys and protein. Just like you need to stop running with an injured leg, you also need to give your kidneys a break from excessive protein if they're compromised. And guys, notice that I'm not selling you any vegan pills or vegan table salt here. I can confidently tell you that in the general population, the evidence of meat intake causing kidney damage is mixed. Some studies say it's bad, others say it's not. I can share that without any problems. But if you listen to Canberry and the other carnivore influencers, they will only highlight studies that claim red meat is good for you. If they mention studies that don't support their agenda, it's usually to discredit them as biased or false. One critical issue these influencers always overlook when promoting protein is that many people have CKD without knowing it. And I mean a lot. It's estimated that 90% of people with CKD are unaware of their condition. We're talking about almost 1 in 7 adults in the US. This is why the carnivore diet could be the fastest route to dialysis. Also, please stop buying table salt from YouTube influencers. Okay, but what about diabetes, you may ask? Should we also decrease protein intake with diabetes? Now guys, when it comes to diabetes, things get more complicated. If you have diabetes, your kidneys are not any different from those of a person without diabetes. Protein metabolism will still damage them. But while someone without diabetes can eat almost all of their calories from carbs and protein, if you have diabetes, you also need to limit carb intake. A non-diabetic CKD patient may eat as close to 0 protein a day as possible and take a supplement of special amino acids to avoid malnutrition. While this could also work for those with diabetes, most diabetes patients find it easier to eat enough protein so they don't rely too much on carbs. But we are still talking about low protein here, right? What I recommend for people with diabetes is to make sure all of their protein is coming from plant-based sources. This is very important. With diabetes, you need not just to limit protein intake but also to replace all the animal-based protein you may still be eating with plant-based protein. Why, you may ask? To answer this question, I will directly quote the most recent scientific literature. As we can read, switching from animal proteins to vegetable proteins may decrease renal hyperfiltration, proteinuria, and ideally, in the long term, the risk of developing or worsening renal failure. What this review points out is that plant-based protein creates less waste product than animal-based protein. This reduces renal hyperfiltration, which means the kidneys have to work less and they will last longer. We also know today that protein-rich foods actually make blood glucose management much more complex because they cause your fasting glucose to rise. And that's a lot worse than a glucose spike because it's a persistent issue, not a one-time issue. So, protein-rich foods, red meat in particular, are very bad for people with diabetes as they are linked not just to an increased risk for diabetes but also to higher fasting glucose. This very large study conducted in the US on 26,6195 participants confirmed very recently that if your goal is improving your diabetes status, red meat is something you absolutely want to stay away from. If you have diabetes and CKD and you want to improve, only eat plant-based protein and in a limited amount. Yes, this is what the plant-based diet for CKD is all about, and it works as we have seen. Now you may ask, why are people still scared of eating only plant-based foods if the plant-based diet works? Why are people still hesitant to embrace a plant-based diet? While not everyone shares this hesitation, in my experience, it's particularly prevalent among men. I discussed this with a friend who is both a sociologist and a mental health counselor, and his perspective on the issue was enlightening. So, why are men often more reluctant to adopt a plant-based diet? It largely comes down to fragile masculinity. Some men feel an inherent inadequacy that leads them to overcompensate by adopting stereotypical traits of traditional masculinity, such as consuming large amounts of meat. Fragile masculinity suggests that these men are constantly worried about losing their perceived manly status. This fear drives them to continuously assert and reaffirm their masculinity. For a certain type of person, this can indeed be a significant issue. It's almost amusing to be the guy who only eats steak in a social setting, like a modern-day caveman. I don't have a problem with that, except when it leads to health issues. Is playing the role of a real man worth potentially ending up on dialysis? On the flip side, if you're a man who has embraced a plant-based diet, be mindful of one common mistake: inadequate protein intake. Congratulations! Your masculinity is rock solid because you don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone, and you're also protecting your kidneys. Now, let's discuss the most dangerous mistake people make with protein intake. This is something I frequently observe in patients at all stages, and it concerns me. Many people I've spoken with believe they are consuming too little protein because they were used to eating much more before their CKD diagnosis. They worry that their bodies won't function well with reduced protein intake. However, true malnutrition due to low protein intake is rare and usually only affects very elderly, very ill patients who can hardly eat at all. So, if you're actually starving, please eat something, anything, immediately. And talk to your doctor, as this is a serious issue. For most CKD patients, the real problem is the opposite: consuming too much protein. This issue is so prevalent that it has been the subject of numerous studies. These studies found that even patients under a dietitian's care often end up eating way too much protein. This excessive protein intake, known as DPI, dietary protein intake, can be extremely harmful to your kidneys. Such a mistake could literally cost you your kidneys. Researchers have found a unique solution to this problem by using something called upper staple foods. If you want to learn more about these foods, check out my video linked here and in the description. This food saves kidney to lower creatinine and heal your kidney. Many people don't know. Have you ever wondered if there's a food that can actually save your kidneys and lower your creatinine levels? According to the National Kidney Foundation, chronic kidney disease affects over 37 million Americans, and many are unaware that certain foods can significantly improve kidney health. Imagine incorporating simple, everyday foods into your diet that not only have medicinal properties but are so powerful that they can help heal your kidneys. These foods are not just low in protein and rich in fiber, they are the 12 must-eat foods with kidney healing properties. If your goal is to protect and improve your kidney health, you absolutely want to eat them every day. Stick around until the end of this video because you'll discover invaluable knowledge on protecting your kidneys and enhancing your overall health. And trust me, you won't want to miss the last food on our list. It's like leaving your own birthday party before getting a slice of the cake. So let's dive in and answer the question: in the diet for kidney disease, what foods are absolutely a must? Let's start immediately with the first category. Whole grains. Whole grains should be a cornerstone of any well-balanced diet, but they are especially crucial for individuals with CKD. Among the many excellent options available, let's highlight the whole grains that are essential for your diet. First up, rolled oats. These little powerhouses are packed with fiber, vitamins, and nutrients, and they taste fantastic. Oats are a breakfast staple that is too healthy, affordable, and readily available to ignore. Skipping oats at breakfast is like forgetting your phone when you leave the house. How are you even getting through the day? So, why are rolled oats a must-eat in a renal diet? Because your kidneys deserve a great start to the day too. On a serious note, no diet plan of mine would be complete without considering oats. They contain a fiber called beta-glucan that effectively removes cholesterol from your intestine. You don't need to pair them with a fatty meal or prepare them in a complicated way. I've seen people with high cholesterol reduce their LDL levels by up to 30% just by adding oatmeal to their breakfast, which is amazing. Plus, Oats are beneficial for people with diabetes because they improve insulin sensitivity. Unless you have specific reasons to avoid them, always start your day with some oatmeal, perhaps topped with berries and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Next on my must-eat list is barley. While it might not be as versatile as oats, barley is even healthier in some ways. What makes barley so special? For starters, it has the highest amount of soluble fiber per gram of any whole grain. 1 cup of cooked barley boasts a whopping 6 grams of fiber, mostly soluble and primarily beta-glucans. This fiber comes with very little protein, just 2.3 grams per cup. Barley is also rich in iron and low on the glycemic scale, and it tastes great. Just ensure it fits within your daily protein target. You don't want to negate all your efforts by consuming too much protein. So, what about foods that don't contain protein? Let's talk fruit. When it comes to fruit, there are many great choices for a renal diet, with very few exceptions, like grapefruit, of course. But today, my goal is to simplify your diet by highlighting foods that are essential. Firstly, ensure you include berries in your diet. Most berries are low in protein and calories but packed with fiber, vitamins, and nutrients, making them ideal for anyone managing kidney disease or diabetes. Now, you may ask, why are berries a must? Well, there's more to berries than just their incredible fiber and vitamin content. The main reason to include berries in your diet is their antioxidant content. Scientific research indicates that boosting your antioxidant intake can potentially improve kidney function. It's remarkable. Some of the fruit's highest in antioxidants are berries. For instance, blueberries contain anthocyanins and catechins, which are associated with lower blood pressure and improved blood sugar control. Blackberries are rich in ellagic acid, a polyphenol antioxidant with excellent detoxifying properties. Strawberries, on the other hand, are packed with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that not only supports essential vitamin intake but also aids in reducing blood pressure and kidney detoxification. Berries are truly a powerhouse of health benefits. While choosing berries is no surprise, my next recommendation will surely catch your attention. Another fruit you shouldn't overlook is the tangerine. Citrus fruits, in general, are fantastic and incredibly beneficial. A renal diet without citrus fruits would be a mistake. Citrus fruits are renowned for their vitamin C content and are packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and health-promoting plant compounds. So, why are tangerines crucial for a renal diet? The key lies in nobiletin, a plant flavonoid found in tangerine peels known for its antioxidant properties. Studies have shown that nobiletin can significantly improve hyperglycemia and insulin resistance in individuals with diabetes. This effect was so pronounced that a kidney patient with diabetes, placed on a plant-based diet with citrus fruits as the primary component, saw rapid drops in fasting blood sugar levels, necessitating an immediate reduction in insulin dosage. This case was documented in the BMJ, one of the world's most prestigious medical journals. Therefore, incorporate a tangerine into your daily routine, including the peel where nobiletin is concentrated. Add them to smoothies or enjoy them as a snack. Fruit is low in protein and exceptionally healthy, so it's important to include it daily, especially if you have diabetes. While most fruits are beneficial, excluding grapefruit, berries and tangerines are essential in a well-planned renal diet. Omitting these two fruits would be akin to playing soccer without a ball. What's the point? By the way, if you find this information useful, consider sharing the video on social media and hitting the like button to help more people access it. Next, let's talk about the very category of foods you should base your diet on, and of course, it's veggies. Let's start with green leafy vegetables. Just like with fruit in general, it's hard to go wrong by adding greens to your diet. There are many healthy options to choose from and very few wrong answers. It was tough to pick just a few must-eat greens, but I managed it. First and foremost, if you have kidney disease, spinach should be a regular, even daily part of your diet. Spinach tops the charts in nutrition. It's the most alkaline food on earth, which means it protects the kidneys from excess acidity better than any other unprocessed food, gram per gram. Additionally, spinach is an excellent source of iron, crucial for people with anemia, and packed with numerous other healthy nutrients. But why is spinach a must-eat when there are so many healthy veggies out there? Mainly because it has a significant positive impact on blood pressure, partly due to its potassium content. Despite its potassium richness, spinach is no longer restricted in the diet of CKD patients, as dietary guidelines have evolved. If you're still following a low-potassium diet, it's time to reconsider. Moreover, spinach is rich in nitrate, a precursor to nitric oxide, a potent vasodilator. This not only lowers blood pressure but also enhances blood flow, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to the kidneys. Whether you add spinach to soups, pair it with beans, blend it into smoothies, or incorporate it into dishes, you're moving closer to managing CKD effectively. Another vegetable I highly recommend is bok choy. As a cruciferous vegetable like kale, cabbage, and broccoli, bok choy stands out for its high calcium content. Calcium is crucial for bone health and detoxification, particularly in preventing kidney stones by binding and eliminating oxalates in the intestine. This is vital for those prone to kidney stones or with restricted water intake. Bok choy's benefits extend to binding phosphorus, which is advantageous for both kidney and bone health. The only reason to avoid bok choy would be if you prefer your bones a bit more brittle. Alright everyone, let's dive into 2 more veggies you shouldn't overlook. First up, red cabbage. Yes, it's another type of cabbage, and it's packed with health benefits that are especially good for your kidneys. Despite being low in calories and protein, red cabbage is rich in fiber, vitamins, and essential minerals. What really sets it apart, though, is its high antioxidant content, a crucial factor in improving kidney function. As I mentioned earlier, antioxidants are key to enhancing kidney health, and red cabbage is loaded with them. If you're choosing just 3 veggies to eat today, make sure spinach, bok choy, and red cabbage are on your list. Better yet, include beets too. Beets are a nutritional powerhouse, high in nitrates that act as potent vasodilators, helping to lower blood pressure naturally. Pairing spinach with beets and incorporating them into your diet regularly can significantly lower blood pressure, which is incredibly beneficial for those managing kidney disease. It's important to reduce reliance on blood pressure medications due to their potential side effects. I also wanted to mention other veggies like red bell pepper, asparagus, onions, and greens such as collard greens, mustard greens, and turnip greens, all excellent choices for kidney health. If there are any kidney-friendly foods you love that I haven't covered, let me know in the comments. Now, let's shift gears from greens to explore some high-fat foods and protein sources. Make sure you catch my next entry, especially since it's a lesser-known food that can make a big difference. Alright, folks, despite lingering concerns about fats, it's crucial not to overlook the health benefits of certain high-fat foods, especially those that can significantly benefit your kidneys. One such standout in this category is olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, in particular, ranks among the healthiest additions you can make to your salad. It might even outshine the veggies themselves. However, it's important to note that olive oil is calorie-dense, which can be a double-edged sword depending on your health goals. If you're managing diabetes or aiming to shed pounds, it's wise to use olive oil sparingly. Conversely, if you're striving to maintain or gain weight healthily, incorporating more olive oil can be advantageous. So, why should everyone consider olive oil a dietary staple? For starters, it boasts potent anti-inflammatory properties. Studies reveal that just 2 tablespoons daily of extra virgin olive oil can enhance HDL cholesterol levels and improve insulin sensitivity. Moreover, research indicates that a daily intake of 50 grams, approximately 4 tablespoons, of extra virgin olive oil provides pain relief equivalent to 10% of ibuprofen's effect. Plus, let's be real, olive oil tastes much better than ibuprofen. Its anti-inflammatory prowess underscores why the Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, is renowned for its health benefits. It's no wonder doctors might metaphorically prescribe Mediterranean vacations. Moving on to another dietary powerhouse that experts are recommending, flaxseed. Here's why flaxseed earns such high praise: it's a nutritional dynamo. Packed with healthy fats and fiber, it's an excellent addition to your breakfasts and snacks. Flaxseed aids in regulating carbohydrate absorption into your bloodstream and is loaded with selenium, a critical mineral for kidney health. On top of that, flaxseed provides substantial amounts of vitamin B6, iron, vitamin B1, and omega-3 fatty acids, a rarity among plant-based foods. Yet, what really sets flaxseed apart in this discussion is its profound kidney-protecting qualities, particularly for individuals with inflammatory kidney disease. Research indicates that flaxseed can bolster glomerular filtration rates, GFR, while reducing proteinuria levels in many patients. That's why it's highly recommended for those managing kidney disease. Whether added to smoothies or incorporated as flax meal, this superfood is a must if you're looking to safeguard your kidney health. Alright, everyone, let's delve into foods rich in protein that are truly beneficial for kidney health. So, which protein-rich foods are crucial in a renal diet? Well, actually, none. If you have kidney disease, your protein intake should be very low. Most of the foods we've covered today, including whole grains, certain veggies, and seeds, already provide ample protein to meet your daily needs. In fact, consuming too much oats or other grains could potentially harm your kidneys by exceeding your protein target. It's crucial to always monitor your protein intake carefully. While the other foods mentioned are essential for a balanced diet, the last 2 entries are only necessary if you're struggling to meet your daily protein goals. These foods can be beneficial for people with diabetes and those on dialysis who require higher protein intake. Now, let's explore some of the best protein-rich foods for these specific needs. First up, soybeans. Soybeans stand out because they offer a significant amount of complete protein, which is rare among plant-based foods. Complete proteins contain all essential amino acids needed by the body. While many plant-based sources provide protein, they often lack some amino acids. Animal-based foods typically offer complete protein, but they can be harmful to kidneys due to their acid-forming nature and high phosphorus content. For those needing to increase protein without compromising kidney health, natural soybeans are an excellent choice. Another standout protein source is egg whites. They are remarkably low in phosphorus compared to other animal-based foods and are not detrimental to kidneys if consumed within daily protein limits. Egg whites contain approximately 5 milligrams of phosphorus per egg white, whereas 3 ounces of red meat contain about 200 milligrams. Moreover, egg whites have a much lower acid load on the body compared to equivalent amounts of meat, making them a superb protein option. If you're eager to learn about the ideal protein intake for enhancing kidney function, stay tuned for my upcoming video on this topic tomorrow. That wraps up today's discussion. Thank you for following along, and I wish you all good health and success. Goodbye.